To Lincoln Railer Basketball, WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com are pleased to bring you this evening's contest from Lincoln, Illinois on the campus of Lincoln Community High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Crimson from Jacksonville High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, and we are ready to bring you all of tonight's action. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners around the world listening via 96.3 FM, WLCNonline.com, on YouTube, or that Mixlr app. So turn that volume up and get ready for some Lincoln Railer basketball. The Railers come in tonight's action 7-0. 2-0 in the Apollo Conference, while the Crimson have a record of 1-8, 0-6 in the Central State 8. Railers have not played in about 8 nights. Their last game was last Friday.
Tuesday.
Last Tuesday?
Yeah, December the 7th, I believe.
Okay, December 7th, and today's the 20th?
Yeah.
So 13 days.
Wow. Good math, buddy.
Yeah, I'm
proud
impressed.
of you.
Yeah, thank you. So, it's been a long time since the Railers in action, so let's see how they react tonight as they bounce back from a week off due to some COVID issues. But everybody's back, everybody looks healthy, and we're ready for some Railer basketball. We're going to take a commercial break as we get set for the playing of the national anthem.
Gathered here this evening in celebration of American sportsmanship and our precious way of life. And in honor of the many thousands of men and women who have served our nation and continue to serve our nation today, we ask you to please rise, face the colors of the flag. Gentlemen, remove your hats. And we also invite all veterans and active members of the military to salute the flag as we present our national anthem. Performing our national anthem this evening, Lincoln Community High School's own Reese McEwen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts rewatched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fantastic job by that young lady right there. She's saying tonight's Star Spangled Banner.
Reese McEwen on the mic tonight for all of us to enjoy the Star Spangled Banner as we're getting set for the Railers and the Crimsons from Jacksonville High School. Here at Coach Neil Alexander Court again, the Railers coming to tonight's action 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in Apollo Conference play, while the Crimsons coming to the game with a record of 1-8 and 0-6 in Central State 8 action. And the Railers will be in action tomorrow at Chatham Glenwood. That sophomore game will start at 5:30 and hopefully have the varsity action as close to 7 o'clock as we can help it.
Yeah, you know, not going to jinx it, but more times than not, it seems like those JV games are going to overtime every time we get that early start. It doesn't always work out that way.
First starting lineup for the Crimsons, number 1, 5'11" and a senior guard, Jarrett Belford. 6'1" and a senior forward, number 2 is Nathan McCombs. Number 3 is a 5'10" junior guard, Jacob Poole. 6'1" and a sophomore, number 11 is Isaiah Martinez. And 6' senior, number 15, Jalik White. Of course, the coach for the Crimsons is Mr. J.R. Dugan. Crimsons members of the Central State 8 Conference. Now the starting lineups for the Lincoln Railers. Look like Coach Alexander will go with the normal starters. One senior out, 6'3", guard number 5, Paulus, Elijah Paulus. 5'11" and a sophomore, number 2 is Gowan, Aiden Gowan. 6'2" and a junior, number 24 is Biven, Jake Biven. 6'5" and a junior, number 22 is Saucy, Tyler Saucy. And the man in the middle for the Railers, 6'5" and a junior, number 34, Cook, Peyton Cook. Of course, head coached by Mr. Neil Alexander, Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird, Farmer, Josh J. Mack McClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher. Tonight's tip-off sponsor, as is the whole season tip-off sponsor, is Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
We're all set here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. The Jacksonville Crimson in their traveling reds. White numbers, white letters, Railers in their home whites. Green numbers trimmed in red. And red letters trimmed in green. We are set. Cook to jump against Belford, and the Railers control the opening tip of tonight's action. They'll work it in the wing, now work it down low to Cook. Nothing there, they'll kick it back out. Now work it back to the left with Polis to Gowan. Now back to Gowan to Polis. Now Biven in the corner, they'll work it to the left. Bowen on the wing, now in the corner to Saucy. Nothing there, double team, now they'll work it back to the right. Now left with Gowan, thinks about a 3, now gets it to Saucy on the corner. Now they'll work it back to the right. The Railers being very patient right now. Biven throws up a shot, no good. Saucy tries to get the rebound, couldn't grab it, out of bounds. Crimson basketball.
Yeah, we were being pretty patient. Then all of a sudden, Jake grabs it in the corner and kind of
got a little antsy there.
Yeah, gets that shot up in a hurry and didn't draw much iron there. So,
but he usually gets the offense going, so Biven, he'll take that shot. He's a good outside shot. As Gowan tracks it down, as the Crimson just gave up on it. It was going to be an over and back, but Belford just gave up on it. Gowan with the speed tracked it down and laid it up for 2.
Well, and you see that more times, I think, than coaches would like, as you see that over and back ball or thrown across the timeline, and a lot of times the offense will just kind of give up on it a little bit and take their time, like they're not expecting the defense to go get it, and you're not going to catch Gowan in a race, so you better get it before he does. And that time Jacksonville real nonchalant going after the ball, and Gowan just tracked it down and was able to get an easy layup. So nice turnover early for the Railers. Coach Dugan not happy in his first 2 possessions against the Railer 1-2-2, and a nice little pickup there for Gowan.
Dugan with a quick timeout here with a minute gone by, and it's a Top Hat Creamery timeout. Every timeout sponsored by Top Hat Creamery, so get down to the arcade for their delicious ice cream. 1 minute's gone by here tonight. The Railers up 2-0. Crimson with the basketball. They work it down low to Martinez. Now up top to Poole. Nothing there. Now they'll reset to McCombs on the wing. He'll dribble left or right. Now back left. Double team there. Good double team. Nowhere to go. Now they throw it down low. Cook intercepts it. Railers with the ball up by 2.
Yeah, 2 turnovers, 2 possessions for Jacksonville, 2 turnovers. So the Railer defense left off right where we did back on December the 7th on really playing solid defense for the Railers.
Saucy on the wing, up to Polis. Now over to Gowan. Gowan dribbles left, now hands off to Polis on the wing. Now back up top to Gowan. Over to Polis. Little catch right now as they're trying to work it down low to Cook. Nothing there right now. Now Cook will push out to the corner. Now they'll work it back to the right towards us. Now to Saucy on the wing.
Boy, they've got us really pushed out.
Gowan
deep.
for a 3. Got it. Rattled in for Gowan, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, Gowan 5 and the Crimson's nothing so far. So nice start here for the sophomore.
Railers up 5-0. 5:45 to go in the first. Game just underway. Railers 13-day layoff. Something that you can't coach, and that's just intensity and hustle, Josh. And the Railers just give up a 3 to Belford.
Yeah,
and,
Jared Belford, the 5'11" senior guard, lefty.
Now they'll work it to Cook, kick it out to Saucy on the wing for a 3. Rattles in and good for Saucy for another Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and that's 2 3-pointers in a row.
Yeah, nice look there by Cook too, and I like Tyler what he did. Peyton got the ball at the free throw line, and Tyler kind of gave a collapse like, hey Peyton, I'm wide open, and a little talk out on the court, and led to an open 3 for Saucy.
Railers back up 5 minutes to go in the first period. Crimson with the basketball. There's a 3 on the way. No good off side of the rim. Cook with the rebound. Hands off to Polis. Polis trots it up. Gets it to Gowan on the wing. Now back to Polis up top. He'll dribble left. Try to feed it down to Cook. Threw it at his feet. Cook couldn't handle it. Turnover Railers. Now the Crimson look to answer. Down by 5 with the basketball. 4:30 to go in the first. White. Nothing there. Guarded by Saucy. Now they'll work around to the right for a 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Fought for. Tipped out of there by Saucy. And Gowan will track it down. Hand it to Polis. Now Polis will trot it up over the half-court line. Railers up by 5. 4:12 to go in the first. Gowan to Cook on the corner. All the way up top to Polis. Now Saucy for a 3. That's good by Saucy.
Yeah, nice. Really, Scott, so far the Railers shooting has been on par. Really good. Saucy with a couple 3s, and Gowan with 1 and a big steal and layup. So the Railer offense.
Turnover.
Yeah, another turnover. The Railer defense moving well as right away, too. 11-3, the Railers up.
Railers defense caused another turnover. Railers with the basketball up 11-3. 3:35 to go. Biven up to Polis. He'll take a 3 at top of the key. In and good for Polis and Josh. That's another Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer. Like you said, they're right on point.
It's going to be another top hat Creamery timeout, too, for Coach Dugan, as he's seen enough of the 3s. Really nice start for the Railers.
14-3 Railers. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 30. We'll be back after these messages on WLCN 96.3 FM. Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here tonight. Winnie Ransdell back at the studio controlling things. The Railers up 14-3 here in the first. 3:27 to go. And Josh, the Railers are shooting lights out tonight early on.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, good ball movement. I like to see a little more penetration from the guards, but so far we haven't had to. We've had nice passing. We've got it inside. We've got it in from inside to outside. Cook with a pass to Saucy from the free throw line out, and then there Saucy was able to get another 3 from coming from the outside. So good ball movement so far by the Railers. Looks like Drew Hayes checks in for Saucy, giving Tyler, as we said earlier, we're probably going to see a few more substitutions than normal just to get some of these guys kind of their legs and their breathing underneath them, with some of them being out with sickness, or some of them just, we just haven't played for a while.
There's the alley-oop to Cook, up and good. Biven to Cook, up and good. A little alley-oop play that the Railers, they'll run that once or twice a game and catch Jacksonville off guard. Railers up 16-3, and Josh Hayes checks into the ball game. We saw a lot of him right before the break, and the freshman really stepped up and played some solid minutes for the Railers, and that was when Klopp was out hurt with an ankle injury.
Yeah, Klopp was hurt, and I think Cook might have gotten into foul trouble at that game, and I think that's when Drew came in and got 7 big points that night. I forget who we were playing. I think it was here, maybe against Mattoon. I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Mattoon had the big boy underneath, and Drew did a really good job of keeping us going.
Biven tried to work it down to Cook, tapped out of there. Crimson with the basketball. They'll push it across the timeline. That's Belford, gets it across. Now they'll kick it out to Martinez. Nothing there. McCombs, guarded by Gowan, to the right. Number 10 in for Jacksonville. That is Zayden Jeffries. Raiders up by 13, 1:40 to go in the first. They try to work it down low to 32. That's Leaf height, however you want to say it. Tapped around, tapped out of bounds, off of the Crimsons. Going to go to the Railers.
Substitution for the Railers. Nelson in for Biven.
The three-point shooter Nelson in for the Railers. His first action of the night, 16-3 Railers. And with the basketball, Gowan to Cook, works it down low to Hayes. Tapped out of bounds off Belford. Going to stay with the Railers on their own baseline.
Nice look by Cook, though. Got it to the free throw line, and good job of Hayes being aware and open underneath, and just got it tapped away. But those guys get a chance to work a little more together. It's going to be a nice little combo for the Railers.
Unforced turnover by the Railers as they tried to inbound. Couldn't track it down. It's going to be Jacksonville basketball on the sideline. Railers up by 13, 1:17 to go in the game. Railers back in action tomorrow as we travel to Chatham-Glenwood.
Yeah, which is going to be a tough one. I'll have to get their record, but I know they're 5-1 in the Central State 8, winners of Lanphier and Springfield High and Southeast as well. So
there's a jumper, no good. Nelson with the rebound.
Chatham-Glenwood's going to have a tough team tomorrow.
16-3, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Railers with the basketball. Gowan to Polis, over to Nelson. Now back to Gowan on this side of the floor. Over to Nelson. They'll work it back to the left. Now back to the right. 45 on the clock. Will they hold for one? Nelson at the point. Gives it to Polis. Now they try to double team him. He'll dribble right. Now pass to the left to Nelson. Nelson with it on the wing. Gets it to Gowan up top. Now Polis finds a wide open Cook, and he's going to be hammered by number 33. That's Tyler Poole. And Cook's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, it looked like there was quite a bit of contact out front against the Railer guards, but officials letting them play out there, and Railers did a good job of handling the ball and kind of ran that play that we like to screen underneath and get Cook an open layup on the block, and just couldn't get to make the layup, but Cook up and good with the first free throw.
White checks back in for Jacksonville. Tyler Poole has a seat. Second free throw from Cook is good. He's got 4 points. Raiders have 18. 18-3, 31 seconds to go in the first quarter here in Lincoln. Now the Raiders, they run a little half-court press there. Jacksonville gets it across the timeline. That's Belford with it, guarded by Gowan. A little push off, nothing called. Now get it over to Poole. Up top to Martinez, back to Poole. He's going to throw up a 3.